Hey, nerdlings.
Hello, nerdlings.
Do you nerd?
Or dollies.
All right, so let's be fair.
Can you see me?
Let's be fair. Sometimes we have dolls that we call action figures, but this time we have dolls that we are calling dolls.
They're dollies.
Calling all fangirls. Your favorite characters inspire and spark imagination, blurring the line between fiction and reality. You've read all the graphic novels. You anxiously await the newest movies. These heroines are so much more. They are your reason for being. Ignite your passion for fashion. Obsess, geek out, and flaunt your fangirl. Introducing a new interpretation of fashion dolls in a unique collection inspired by Marvel's greatest superheroes. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I don't know much about dolls, but Madame Alexander collection is...
She's a pretty famous designer of dolls. There's a pretty popular Wizard of Oz line that she does, and I think she's done quite a few other lines. I'm not familiar quite off the top of my head. I've heard the name, and I know she's synonymous with making really pretty expensive collector dolls.
So basically, it's like if you're getting a Madame Alexander doll, it's not like you're getting, you know, some knockoff doll from the drugstore or pharmacy.
Yeah, no. So first and foremost, before we open all of these, I guess, what drew me to these were actually Black Widow here. She was the first and foremost thing that actually made me want her, and then they came out with a spider-gwen, so I was like, oh, I have to get spider-gwen. But then it kind of got to the point where I was like, well, Iron Man's kind of neat looking, and there's only 5 in the series, so it was like, I might as well just get all 5, and then I ended up not getting a hold of Captain America, because I actually bought all of these when Toys R Us was going out of business, so I didn't pay full price for them, because they were pretty pricey. These were, I think, originally $49.99, and I would never pay that for a doll. That's just crazy in my opinion. And then Black Widow here, you can see, or not Black Widow, but Black Panther, you can see her price tag is $79.99, and there's no way in hell I'm paying $80 for a doll. So even the coolest action figure, I don't think I would ever pay $80 for. So I got them all at various times during the sale when things would be 20% off, 30% off, 40% off. I think this one I ended up getting for like $40. I got it when it was half off. Or no, $35. I did have to pay a little bit more than I wanted to for that one, but I was going for the collection. The rest of them I got for about $20 a piece, which I think is pretty fair price for them. And I missed actually Iron Man and Captain America. They were sold out by the time I was able to get them, but he got me Iron Man for my birthday last year, so that was pretty sweet. And so now I just have to get a hold of a Captain America.
So I did find her online for a good price at the time, but just FYI, in shipping, her box was tore up. Now that's not a big deal to you.
Not a big deal to me because
they're coming out of the box.
Coming out of the box. And that being said, let's go ahead and get them out of the box. So let's start with Black Widow. So, like I said, she was the first one that drew me to her, and I really liked the fact that she looked like a femme fatale from like the 20s or 40s, and on her little hat, she's actually got the symbol on it. So let's get her out of the box. Broke all my nails off.
I'm bleeding!
One eternity later.
Okay, so she is out of the box, and just a quick note, we went ahead and took everyone out of the box.
Yeah.
Because all of them were kind of a nightmare to take out of the box.
Yeah, it took us 20 minutes to take all 4 of them out of the box. And I broke a couple nails. I know, first world problems, but he actually cut himself in blood.
I started bleeding.
So,
and we've seen enough horror movies to know that that's
Yeah.
never a good thing around dolls because now they're going to come to life.
thankfully, we decided not to speak in Latin to each other while we were opening the boxes, which we typically do, don't we, honey?
So, just a real quick note, obviously, I'm sure part of the reason why it was so hard to get them out of the box is because stuff like this doesn't typically come out of
They're
the box.
collector's items.
But, you know, the thing is, I mean, that's no fun. You want to see what you got. And,
Exactly.
you know, you
can't look at the cool details in
yeah,
the freaking
you
box.
can't appreciate it until you take them out of the box. It's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting with Black Widow.
Starting with Black Widow. So she's got that really cool femme fatale dress and hourglass figure to her. She's very, you know, like she could literally entangle you in her web, and, you know, just this how sexy she is. And, you know, she's got the typical red black hair. She's got the cute little hat on, and her Black Widow symbol is the only thing that indicates that she's Black Widow, is because she's got the symbol on there with the cute little 40s veil. And I mean, look at this. If I can move her hand here. I mean, check out this figure she's got here. She's very nice. And then, you know, it's got little, the end of the dress is ruffly and everything. And she's got on those really weird shoes that, because you know me and my obsession with shoes, they're the kind that don't have the back heel, so you balance on them. And I've never tried these on because I would kill myself probably, but supposedly the way the shoes are designed, the way they distribute your weight, you don't notice that the back heel's not there or whatever. But yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, so there's Miss Widow, little Miss Black Widow. And the other cool thing to note is they all have real eyelashes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really taking it up a notch.
It really is. Because, you know, especially with her veil, you wouldn't notice. And she does come with a stand, and you just kind of thread it up the back there. And just kind of, with her, you just kind of have to balance her with using her dresses as part of holding her up there. So why don't you bring in Miss Iron Man?
All right. So I will say a nice little touch to this is I noticed that they used the color scheme for Iron Man, the red and gold, which works really well for an elegant dress. And one little thing that I wanted to point out...
It's actually a pantsuit.
...is whenever we went to take her out of the box, we were literally just cutting away the threads that were holding her in place. But since they had threaded into her cape here, it actually damaged the cape. And again, I understand that these are typically things you would not take out of the box, but in this case, since we did take them out of the box, it's like the toy was damaged to begin with. That's not cool.
And again, she's got, you know, the real eyelashes. The other really kind of neat thing about her is she does have that like 70s look to her, which is that 70s pantsuit that looks like a dress because it's really flowy pants. So that, you know, when your legs are together, you can't really tell that it's a dress. But I'm a sucker for capes. I love capes, and I love the fact that she's got this, like, incredibly flowy cape. I mean, it's like, woo, look at that. So, I mean, that is crazy.
And I'm a sucker for redheads, so her and Black Widow are right up my alley. Anyway.
Yeah. And, you know, she's got the luscious red hair because of Iron Man. I know Tony Stark doesn't have red hair. The pin on her cape is the symbol, the Iron Man symbol, the arc reactor, and everything. And she is the only one that I've noticed, and Tom actually is the one who noticed it, that she does have glitter on her face. So it's like the gold glitter that to kind of represent the mask. So that's kind of neat. They are really, really pretty dolls. She's got a neat outfit.
Now, does she have like some kind of vaginal arc reactor going on? What's up with that?
No, actually, that would be the stand.
Oh, that doesn't seem too comfortable.
Kind of a bit of an unfortunate stand.
Oh, geez.
And Black Widow's doesn't get that because her dress is too tight. But yeah, you basically straddle it.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that fun, ladies? Anyway, she's also got the weird heelless shoes on. So, yeah. Odd there. But yeah, so she just gets to straddle her little bicycle seat right there and, you know, have a good old time. So yeah, anyway, so there is Miss Iron Man. And next, we have Miss Black Panther.
Basically the queen of Wakanda right here.
We do. We have the Queen of Wakanda. She is representing T'Challa, or Black Panther. And she's kind of neat because not only does she have, like, regular hair back here, but she's also got, you know, some fun dreads and everything. The other thing is they have taken some of her dreads and braided them to look like cat ears.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
That was kind of a nice touch. And she's got some tribal makeup going on there, and again, the real eyelashes. And she actually has on a leopard print skirt where it's high in the front, long in the back, and then she's got like leopard print like leggings on, and then she's got some kick-ass little heel boots that have some pretty wicked spikes on the toes.
And you know that those are made out of vibranium.
Oh yeah. These boots are made for walking, and again, another bicycle seat there for her. And she's got on her, she has a choker on that has the Wakanda symbol on it, and she comes with some accessories. She's got we'll take it off the Barbie mannequin here, this little like half shrug where it's just sleeves and then just enough to go over her back, and then she's got a really neat like cool tribal headdress thingy that she can wear. So if you want her, in case she gets cold in the jungle, you know, she can put that on, because she does have like these like glove sleeve thingies that aren't completely all the way on. So I guess if her shoulders get cold, she wants to wear her little shruggy thingies. So, and I did save the best for last. We have my Spider-Gwen, and I absolutely love this one. Is so cool looking. It's probably my favorite of all of them, not just because of the subject, because I love Spider-Gwen, but her outfit is just really cool because she's very spider-punk like with her she's got, you know, holes in her stockings because she's in a punk rock band, and then she's got, you know, this real skin tight mini skirt on. She's got kind of a halter top, but her skirt's coming up, so she's got some underboob going on there. She's edgy and everything, and she's got this really cool big old like spider cape going on because it looks kind of like a web and everything. I think she's really cool. She's got blue sneakers on, which match her blue shoes, which her original shoes were just black with blue trim, and now she's wearing solid blue like ballet slippers. But the other cool thing is she's got her hood just like her actual outfit, and she's got sunglasses up here that match her spider eyes and everything, and then she's got the Spider-Gwen symbol and everything. She's my favorite because she looks the coolest. So, do you have anything that you want to point out or note of them?
You know, my main thing, my biggest takeaway from all of this is I think it's very cool that they have a series of dolls like this, because it very much allows girls, you know, to be girly but geeky at the same time. You know, if you don't want to play with an Iron Man doll the same size, you know, if you would rather have a female version of it, I think that this works out perfectly. I think it's a lot of fun too, because the way that they blended a lot of the elements from the heroes into these outfits, you know, whether it is taking a character that's a male character in the comics and, you know, giving it a female spin, or taking a pre-existing female character and taking that style but turning it into, you know, a more elegant, even a more practical look, you know, like it might be a little strange to see her running around in her Spider-Gwen costume, but not so much of this, you know. This is a night out on the town.
Although we have learned from Incredibles that her capes just
no capes. No capes.
But you know, I mean, you would totally be wrapped up in this. I mean, if this was coming at you in a bar, your number's been called and you're just SOL, buddy. So, you know, I mean, who doesn't love a sexy mermaid dress? I mean, come on.
Well, it looks like these are going to be a great addition to the collection. They are going to look absolutely awesome on the shelves. Now we just have to hunt down Miss Captain America
yes.
to make it complete.
Mm-hmm. I also like how they all kind of are different eras.
Yes.
They do they're all different eras going on here. You know, you've got more of the 90s, you've got the early 50s, 40s here, you know, the 70s, and you know, from what the Captain America one looked like, she looks very 1940s and 50s too.
Which is a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Really
it almost
play up those different styles.
Yeah, it plays up the different styles. It also kind of almost feels like it plays up around their comic book era times.
Makes sense.
And everything. Of course, I mean, she wasn't from the 90s. She was from the 2000s. But, you know, whatever. She's from punk rock. They dressed however the heck they wanted
That's
to.
True.
Anyway.
All right. Well, nerdlings, we would absolutely love to get your take. What do you think about, you know, throwing a little bit of geeky action into a stereotypically, you know, girl-centric toy like dolls,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and having a little more fun, a little more freedom with it, with something like this. So leave those comments down below and drop a like for any of the lovely ladies right here. And if you want to see what other cool, unique toys this one can find, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know that we have found something pretty nifty out in the wild.
Ding, 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 ding. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for those closer upper pictures to let you know that YouTube has dropped a video. If the YouTube doesn't let you know, we will let you know on those medias. And to know what we're doing out about in the real world, and just, you know, just to say hi. So come say hi.
All right. Well, I know they're not all Avengers, but it's time for them to assemble.
Oh, that was cheap.
Bye, nerdlings.
Bye, nerdlings. Have my Gwenpool. No, yep. We have my Spider-Gwen.